Thank you very much, everybody. How's it going? Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, cool. So thanks for coming out, everybody. Yeah, thanks for coming out. Thanks for coming out, and then, of course, for also coming back in, because otherwise you would still be out. And you'd be out there thinking, wow, I'm glad we came out, but I kind of feel like we should have gone back in. I can't hear or see the show from out, so I'm glad we came out, but I think we should go back in. So yeah, thanks for coming out and then coming back in. Well, thanks for going out and then coming back in. I mean, you didn't come out, did you? If you did, hey, congratulations. Big night for you. I can see why you decided to go out. I guess often if you come out, you then go out, right? I mean, who wants to come out and then stay in? So thanks for going out and then coming back in. I think that's the big difference, really, between going out and coming out. If you go out, you can come right back in. And if you come out, you cannot come back in. There is no more coming back in for you. You guys are applauding, but some of you are like, what the fuck is he talking about? Am I gay? Did I somehow agree to being gay by coming here tonight? I thought this was a going out party, not a coming out party. Don't worry, you're not gay. But thanks for coming out. You could have stayed in. You could have. You could have stayed in and watched television. You could have stayed in and watched people playing poker on television. I still can't believe that people like to watch other people playing cards on television. To me, that is one step away from watching other people watching television. I can't believe people like to watch other people playing cards on TV, man. How fucking lazy are you that you can't even play cards for yourself? You're just gonna watch some other people doing it so you don't have to hold up your arms. Watching other people watching TV. You want to watch something tonight? I'm too tired. Let them do it. Make sure they're watching something good. I don't want to get bored sitting around watching people watch some boring shit. That's fucking reality TV right there. That is some boring shit. Just sitting there looking at each other. It's like Skyping, but not saying anything. That happens. You ever do that? It happens on Skype. You just sit there looking at each other because there's no good way to end a boring Skype conversation. You can't use the usual lies that you would use on the phone. Like, oh, somebody just popped over. No, they didn't. No, I can see your whole house from here. You're all by yourself. So we can keep chatting away. Here's what I do. If you're Skyping with someone and it's boring the balls off you, just pretend the connection went bad and freeze right up. You really have to commit. I mean, Once you're in, there's no going back. But if you stay with it, it'll work, I swear. You really have to believe, and just do it like mid-sentence, you know? Just be like, oh, really? Did you? If you hold it long enough, they'll believe it, you know? Because it happens anyway. My aunt, she'll be like, 3 seconds in, she's like, you're not moving! She starts freaking out like we were having some civilization-saving conversation. You're not moving at all, and I cannot hear what you are saying! I'm still... If you've done it a few times, you can work into like some other of that weird like feedback kind of. She's freaking out. You're not moving at all! I can't hear you and you're not moving! I'm holding it. Fucking dog walks by. I don't know what else to do, so I'm still trying to stay in it. You're not moving, and I cannot hear what you are saying. But the dog is coming through just fine. I seem to have established a strong connection with the dog. Put the dog on. A minute later, the dog is on there like... The cat walks by. I'll take this all the way to hamster if you guys are up for it. There's only 2 more. It's like guinea pig, gerbil, hamster. That's the Skype freeze up, fuck up, breakdown. See my kids on Skype a lot. It's kind of crazy having kids. Who's got kids out there, anybody? Yeah. The most exhausted bunch of claps and woos. Oh, fuck. Not angry, just fucking exhausted. Like, that's what happens. You have children, you're like, wow, I'm never gonna be rested again. I'm just gonna be tired for the rest of my fucking life. Great. They're needy little fuckers, aren't they? I need food, I need water. I need shelter. Get the fuck back in the yard. Those rocks aren't gonna break themselves. How'd you get your chain off? Kids are great, but you can't eat them. It's frowned upon, anyway. I mean, kids are great. I love them when they're babies. You hold them when they're babies. Man, they're crazy. They go through every emotion in the book for like a second each. And then start again. And they can't not move their face. A baby has to move its face. You're holding them, they're like... And they start rifling through emotions, you know, like... You're like, what the fuck is going on in there? Make up your mind! And they always get a look on their face at the end like they just remembered something horrible. And then they shit in their pants. and look you right in the eye while they're doing it. Who could look another person in the eye and shit at the same time except a baby? A baby will groan out of shit right at the dinner table. And you won't mind, they're a baby. You're like, nice work, dude. Right there looking at you like. Your kids don't smoke? I do love having kids. It's hard to name a kid. It really is. You don't know what they look like yet. You have to guess what they're gonna look like full grown. Try to name them real early. He looks like a Pete. Yeah, now. 18 years, he might look like a Bill. And then what the fuck are we gonna do? His whole life, people will secretly disapprove. Bill? He doesn't look like a Bill. What, did they name him when he was a fucking baby or something? Guy looks like a Pete. For Pete's sake. It's hard to name a kid. You just want to name them well enough so that people will leave them alone. You know, that way if someone was messing with them, you could be like, hey, you leave well enough alone. Come on, well enough, we're going home. You don't need to hang around here for this bullshit. Where's your sister? Sticks and stones, we're leaving. It's hard to name a kid. A friend of mine had a kid, named him Marco. We all thought that was a cool name until he got lost by the pool. You laugh, but we never found him. We never found that kid. What a fun afternoon, though, really. I mean, all day we were like, Marco, Polo, shut up, asshole, we're really looking for somebody. This isn't a game. We're looking for a little boy named Marco. I think we'd have a better chance of finding him if we all kept our fucking eyes open. Fish out of water! Remember that game, Marco Polo? That's a bullshit game. It is, it's a bullshit game. And I'll tell you why, because everyone is cheating. Right from the very beginning of the game. Right? If you're about to get tagged, you just don't say polo. The other dude is right here. He's like, Marco! You're like, polo. Polo. Right? And if you're it for too long, you just start opening your fucking eyes. And too long is not that long. It's like a Marco and a half. Right? You're like, Marco! Oh, fuck this. Marco! Where the fuck are you guys? It's a bullshit game. It always ends the same way. The wrong kid is it. And all the other little bastards get out and leave him in there by himself. He's in there screaming for 20 minutes. Like, Marco! Marco! And then the parents get upset. All right, that's it. No more Marco Polo. 8 seconds later, the kids are playing Sparko YOLO. Sparko YOLO. What did I just say? No more Marco Polo.
We're not playing Marco Polo, now we? Yeah, we're playing Sparko YOLO.
Get in the fucking car! Everybody, we're going home! We're trying to plan a nice day for the family. You had to play Sparko YOLO, didn't you? Sparko YOLO. But you gotta be good to the kids because it's hard to be a kid. It's hard to grow up. It sucks, right? I had a hard time growing up, I did. When I was 14 years old, I swallowed a caterpillar. On a dare. I didn't want to do it. The other kids pressured me into it. 2 weeks later, I farted, and a beautiful monarch butterfly flew out of my asshole. Now, that's the kind of thing that sounds funny, but boy, when it's happening to you, it's more like a, what the fuck? Oh, oh. Now, I had forgotten all about the caterpillar. I thought I was a wizard. I was like, holy shit, I just farted a butterfly. Hello, Easy Street. I did have a hard time growing up, though. When I was in high school, I had to break up with my girlfriend because I found out she was fucking the other guys in the band. Yeah, and it was the marching band. That is a lot of nerds for one girl to fuck on a Saturday afternoon. It was a tough day for me, but quite possibly the best halftime show that little town has ever seen. I'm sorry. That's ridiculous. It was definitely the best halftime show that little town has ever seen. I mean, none of the other halftime shows had any fucking at all. Just the marching band. So, fuck, you tell me which is a better show. I was okay with everyone but the tuba player. It's not because he was a big fat guy. It's because he insisted on playing the tuba while he did it. Kind of looked like he was playing his own theme music. He was like, Is it a mystery? Oh no, it's a comedy. I could do this for a long time. I could take this way too far. Starting it, I've already taken it too far. What I could build to like a... I'm sorry, this guy added his own. Ba-da-da. Yeah, I really think you should have a ba-da-da there at the end, Ben. Wasn't even a tuba. I don't know what the... I mean, mine wasn't either. It was a sousaphone, technically, but... Thank you. Thanks, fellow band nerd. You fucked my girlfriend, you son of a bitch. Is that the fucking tuba player? I did have a hard time growing up. I did. My name is Ben. I'm a straight man. I was born in the year 1970. Wow. A lot of 70-years in here. And we're really excited about it. Yeah, my name is Ben. I'm a straight man. I was born in the year 1970. On behalf of all other straight men, also named Ben, also born around the same time, I'd like to take this opportunity to say to the people who make Ben Gay cream, hey, fuck you! Seriously, what the fuck? Oh, you didn't think 7th grade was hard enough? Without you coming out with a sports rub that says I'm fucking gay in the name of it? kind of name is that for a sports cream anyway? Ben Gay? Really? How the fuck did they come up with that? Let's call it Ben Gay Cream. Why? I don't know. 'Cause fuck Ben, that's why. Ben Gay. No, Ben not gay. Ben straight. Ben like ladies. Ben childhood fucked now. So fuck you, Ben Gay. How did they settle on that horrible name? What sort of ideas were being thrown around in there that I got a good one. How about Bob's a Faggot Cream? Fuck, I don't know. I don't know where you're going at all with that, but... Bob, what do you think? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. There couldn't have been a guy named Ben at that fucking meeting. Oh, how about this? Pete Sucks Cock Sports Balm. Your friend Pete sucks cock, but this stuff will make your back feel better. Bob's a faggot, but his legs don't hurt. They would never do that. Not fair to guys named Bob and Pete. So what about Ben? Ben Gay, yeah. I'm gonna find those fuckers that named that cream, and I'm gonna fuck them all right in the ass. Just to teach them a lesson. Who's gay now, motherfucker? Who's gay now? I'll be like, technically you are fucking all of us in the ass right now, Ben. So Ben's gay now. Ben's still gay now. Had a hard time growing up. It's a lot of work. Parent, a homeowner. Who owns a home out there? Anybody? Homeowners? Yeah. Some of you have both, and you just can't even clap. You know? Between the kids and the house. Why did you wake me up to ask me that, Ben Bailey? It's exhausting owning a home. You never think about it when you're saving up for one. You're like, we're gonna buy a house. Nobody ever goes, we're gonna buy a house and then take care of it. We're gonna buy a house and maintain that fucker for the rest of our lives. No one ever says that. You just say, we're gonna buy a house, and that's the end of it. Then you buy it and you go, oh, fuck. Who's gonna maintain this fucking place? It's a lot of responsibility, a lot of work. You hear scary noises at night, right, homeowners? You ever hear the scary noises at night? Yeah? Yeah, I don't mean the boogeyman. Boogeyman is not a scary noise to a homeowner. A scary noise to a homeowner is like the sound of water shooting out of a pipe. Right? Like a little... That's a lot scarier than the fucking boogeyman. If you had that and the boogeyman at the same time, you'd be like, hey, boogeyman, sit down and shut the fuck up for a second. I got some seriously scary shit to deal with over here, and it's not fucking helping, all right? So sit down and shut up. That's if you're a homeowner, man. It's kind of shit renters hear and go, oh my God, what the? Oh, right, I don't give a shit. Nobody sleeps better than renters, right? Just like singing in their sleep, right? It's not my house, so I don't care if it burns to the ground around me. No one sleeps better than renters. Homeowners hear that shit, you're out of bed in 5 seconds, tool belt over the bathrobe, running around in one slipper because where the fuck is the other one? Running some sort of army operation. All right, spread out, everybody! Spread out and find that noise! Boogeyman, on your feet, asshole! You fucking live here too! Find that noise! Okay. Kids are panicking. What is it, Daddy? What is it? I don't know. But it sounded like about $2,500. So spread out and find that fucking noise. You want to eat, you find that noise. You got it? I'm going to go call the plumber. You call the plumber, you're like, it's an emergency. He shows up 14 hours later. I told you it was an emergency. Well, I never go into an emergency situation without first having gotten a good night of sleep, so. Plus, I knew the longer I waited, the more fucked you'd be when I got here, so. What did it sound like? Oh, it was like a psst. Oh yeah, that's $2,500 right off the bat. I'm gonna run out to the van and smoke a joint and write up a bill for a bunch of shit that you don't really need. And then I'm just gonna fucking leave. And my crew and I will be in and out for about 6 to 8 months. Most days we're not gonna be here at all, but in the end, I'll be rich, so fuck you very much. Take care. You guys really are homeowners. That's when the homeowner gets angry. Fuck that guy. I don't need a plumber. I'll fix it myself. I got tools. I'll go to the Home Depot. I can do it, and they can help. Right? That's their motto. They can help. That doesn't mean they will. You know who works at the Home Depot? All the contractors that lost their fucking business when the goddamn Home Depot moved to town. They hate that place. You're like, do you know where I can find this? They're like, yep. You're like, could you tell me how to get there? It's too far from here. You know? They hate the Home Depot, man. They really do. They'll help you steal stuff. Right? That's why every time you're leaving the Home Depot, the fucking alarm goes off and no one gives a shit. Every time you walk out the door, it's like, bam, bam, bam. And you turn around with your bags and go, and they're like, every single time. Bam, bam. How many of those before you're like, you know, I can start putting more shit in these bags? The alarm's going off anyway. If you're gonna go to the Home Depot, get ready to go back because no one ever got all the shit they wanted to get from the Home Depot on the first trip. You can't do it. You can't do it. And they know it. They're always waving at you. Bye-bye, Mr. Bailey. We'll see you in 22 minutes. Good luck building that deck without these deck screws, you fucking jackass. I'm gonna see you every half an hour all weekend long. I spend a lot of time at the Home Depot, more than I would care to remember. It is my Home Depot away from home. They know me in there. Which made it all that much worse. I had to go in there one time. I bought a house. My first house I ever bought was a white house with black trim, which is fine. It's kind of an odd color plan scheme, but it was all right. I had no issues with it until I had a leaky window, which is fine, except that when you have a white house with black trim and you have a leaky window, it means you have to go to the Home Depot where they know you. And when they say, what are you looking for today, Mr. Bailey? You have to say, I just came here looking for some black caulk. And then shit gets really uncomfortable. So much so that the manager is called in. He comes over and says, "I'm sorry, but what did you say you were looking for today?" So I spoke up, made sure he understood. I said, "I came here looking for some black cock, and I'm not leaving here until I get me some." Couldn't figure out why they sent me over to the electrical department until I met Lamar. Came casually strolling out of the back room. "Somebody out here looking for some black cock?" "I'm your huckleberry." Another fella ran in front of me. "I need some black cock." It's like, "Hey, you little son of a bitch, I was here first. Don't you cock block me." You see the sign? No cock blocking allowed. It's a humiliating incident. So much so that I decided to change my color scheme. Now I have a blue house with white trim. Same window leaks, though. So I had to go back to the Home Depot, where they no longer respect me. "Hey, Mr. Bailey, looking for some more black cock today?" "Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm all through with the black cock. I'm looking for a white cock now. And don't you dare try to tell me that I can't go back." Because you can always go back to the white cock, ladies. You can always go back to the white cock. It's right there where you left it. Waiting right there in the same spot it always was. You can come back any old time you want. You'll find it in the same section, in a slightly smaller tube, ever so slightly smaller tube. It's a little more expensive, but it lasts a really long time, ladies. The white cock lasts a really long time, and you can come back anytime you want. Just a little home improvement tip for the ladies. Thanks for coming out. Yeah, thanks for coming out. You could have stayed in. Yeah, you could have. You could have stayed in and read a book. Anybody ever read books anymore? Any book readers out there? I like to read, but I never read a whole book. Because if you read the whole book, it ruins the ending. So I just read about half. As soon as I think I've got everything figured out, I just put it down. I don't really read books too much anymore. I read other things now. Shorter things, like street signs, mostly. They're very quick and to the point. There's no twists. You look at it and you get it. I was reading one earlier today. I was on my way here. I was in the car and I was stopped at a light. And I was reading a sign. I was stopped at a light and I was reading a sign. It was interesting because the sign, it said, "Wait for green light." And I was like, well, that's a hell of a suggestion. Because, that's exactly what I am doing. I am waiting for green light. When I got here, there was red light. So now I'm waiting for green light. Were I not already waiting for a green light, I most likely never would have noticed the sign that says, wait for a green light. I think my point is that that sign could really just say, yep. Or they're like, right on, man, yeah. You are all over that shit. I only had one thing I was going to suggest, and fuck, you're already doing it. So just keep right on doing what you're doing. That's what that sign should say. That's what all signs should say. How much better would this world be if signs all just said, just keep on doing what you're doing? They don't. They say stupid shit. They say lots of stupid things. That's the problem with noticing a stupid sign. Then you notice that stupid signs are fucking everywhere. I saw one on the highway. It said, deer crossing next 2 miles. I'm like, that's incredibly specific. Is that for me or is that for the deer? Like I'll be very alert for the next 2 miles. But how do they know? Like, are they coming out of the woods? Like, dude, can we cross here? No, we gotta move down. Do you see a sign, dumbass? No. We walk south until we see a sign, and then we have 2 or 3 miles, depending on the sign. And then we gotta figure out if they're in the same spot on the other side. We'll be stuck in the middle. Deer crossing next 2 miles. Yeah, okay. There's a lot of stupid signs involving deer. I was out shopping for bushes not too long ago. Yeah, shrubs. I was out looking for shrubs. If you'd have told me 20 years ago I might one day be out shrub shopping, I would have told you to go fuck yourself. No, I will not. But man, if you live in the suburbs long enough, you're gonna start buying bushes, man. I don't know what happens. You've been there long enough, you're like, I think we need some more shrubs for the yard. What do you mean? There's nothing but shrubs out there as it is. Yeah, well, I want some new ones. I want some shrubs of our own choosing. And we can put them wherever we want. So we agreed and we went out, we were shrub shopping. And we're roaming around at the nursery where the plants are nursered. That's where they nurture them. We're roaming around at the nursery, and that's where I saw my next horrible deer sign. Terrible wording, confusing, weird words, and awful punctuation as well. All right, here were the words. Here were the words the sign said. Deer-resistant plants. Yeah, deer-resistant plants. And then not 1, but 3 exclamation points. 3, right? Like 1 is wrong. 1 is wrong because 1 is like, deer-resistant plants. And no one will ever need to say those words in such a firm tone. No one's ever gonna have to be like, deer-resistant plants. Is there some sort of like low level of deer-resistant plant emergency? So 1 exclamation point is wrong. 3 is way over the top fucking wrong. 3 is like, deer-resistant plants! Deer-resistant plants! And no one will ever have to scream the words deer-resistant plants unless you're being chased by fucking deer-resistant plants. At which point I think we should rename them to fucking man-chasing plants. Man-chasing plants! No one is ever gonna have to scream deer-resistant plants. But I am now, because it's too fucking late. I read the sign, so I'm screaming in my head, deer-resistant plants! Well, I'm wandering around in the bushes. So I start breaking it down. I'm like, deer-resistant plants. I'm like, what exactly is it that these plants are doing in order to resist the deer? Right? Like, what are they doing that the other non-deer resistant plants are not doing? Those plants are just fucking laying down and taking it. Like, the non-deer resistant plants are just like, oh, go ahead, fuck it. Do your worst, man, fuck. Fuck me, eat me, whatever it is. I can't resist you. You charming motherfucker. You are irresistible to me. So do your worst, man. I'm just gonna close my eyes and let that shit happen. That's the non-deer resistant plants. So what are the deer resistant plants doing? Are they just like, no? Every time a deer gets close, like, no! Please don't eat me! No. I have a family! Right? I mean, they can't stop the deer. They can only resist. They're not deer stopping plants. They're gonna get fucking eaten just like everybody else. All they can do is slow it down a little. I think their best tactic would be to wait until a deer was like right on them and then just be like, Right? Because that's powerful shit. You could stop almost anything with a well-timed or really any syllable repeated in that fashion, like That's powerful shit, man. Like, you can stop a total stranger from crossing the street. A man you've never even seen before. Just time it right. Just wait till he starts that first step and go whoop, 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 whoop. He'll stop with one foot in the air. Go, what the fuck, man? I gotta go over there. Yeah, well, you can't now. Because I control you. I go, I'm just kidding, go ahead. Whoa, 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 whoa! Got you again, didn't I? It's a powerful tool, man. You could stop someone from doing something you just asked them to do. Go to a diner, order a coffee, drink half of it, and go, hey, could you top that? What's the problem? Just put a little more. Come on, I want some more. Fill it up, don't put it more. Watch them struggling. It's powerful shit. Don't start joking around with your friends doing that shit, though. That's how powerful it is. It's dangerous. It ends with a car accident. Where everyone has opped so many fucking times when there was no reason to, that now your friend who's driving no longer listens. Whoa, 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 whoa. He's like, yeah, good one. Fuck! What the fuck? Dude, we opped you. He even fucking woo-woo-wooed. I bopped. He woo-woo-wooed. Somebody nun-nun-nun-nun, I think a little bit. You just don't fucking listen to us anymore. All right, that's it. Everybody out. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey! So, enjoy it, but use it with caution. It's a dangerous tool. It would stop the deer. I really think it would. And deer would lean in like, Deer-resistant plants, a stupid sign. Stupid signs are everywhere. I saw a business the other day called Blinds to Go. Really? Really? The blinds are to go? It's awkward already because it has the d and then the s right after it. In blinds. So if you want to pronounce it correctly, you have to say blinds. And that's awkward, right? Blinds to Go. Hey guys, I got a great idea. We'll open a store, we'll call it Blinds to Go. His friends are like, but of course they're to go, they're blinds, right? Like if we just named it Blinds, people would be coming in. You're like, I want to order these blinds and these sizes and shapes and colors, and I'd like them for here at the shop. What? Oh, no, that's not what we do here. We'll sell you the blinds, all right, but you're gonna have to take them with you when you leave. We don't have room for everyone to buy their blinds here and then keep their blinds here at the store. We already have so many blinds in this place, we don't know what to do with them. We have 2 windows, we have 800 fucking blinds in here. I'm sorry, but I want my blinds for here at the shop. That's the only way I'm fucking buying them. I'm gonna open a store next to Blinds to Go called Blinds for wherever the fuck you want them. You can buy them here and take them home with you if that's what you want. You can also buy them here and fucking leave them right here. I don't give a shit. I'll put them in the back room and sell them to some douchebag who comes here tomorrow. I don't care. They're your blinds. Do whatever the fuck you want with them. That's how we name the fucking place. I'll help you smash them in the parking lot if that's what you want. I love doing that kind of shit anyway, so. You buy them, I'll make them, and we'll take them next door and just leave them right on the floor of fucking Blinds to Go. He loves that shit. Nothing makes him happier than Blinds to Go for there. It's a bad name for a business. Blinds to Go is a bad name for a business. It's not the worst one. It's not. I think the worst one is probably Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Right? And not just because it has a th and then a s and then a s and then a s and then another s at the end, making it the slobberingest fucking name of a steakhouse in the history of steakhouses. Right? Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. But also because it has 2 people's names in it in a way that doesn't make any fucking sense. Right? Really? That's the name of it? Ruth's Chris Steakhouse? So Chris is either the property of Ruth or he's an adjective, and I don't really get either one. What is a Chris Steakhouse? Is that a type of a fucking steakhouse? Like, what sort of a steakhouse do you got there? Oh, it's a Chris. Yeah, it's a Chris Steakhouse. Oh, really? What does that mean? Well, there was this guy, Chris, and, he was in here one night, and he was looking around, and he was like, man, I love this steakhouse. I love it so much. I mean, this is a Chris Steakhouse. If I've ever seen one. Wouldn't you say, Ruth? And Ruth was like, I don't know, Chris. I don't know. I own it, so I don't see how it could be a Chris Steakhouse when it's Ruth's. And Chris was like, Ruth, I've got it! We'll call it Ruth's Chris Steakhouse! And Ruth is a fucking idiot, I guess. Because she was like, you know what? That's a fucking great idea! We'll call it Ruth's Chris. I had never heard of it. My friend called me up, he goes, we're going out for steaks, man. We're all going down to Ruth's Chris. I said, I don't know what the fuck that is, but I'm not going there. He said, oh, you never heard of Ruth's Chris? They got the best steaks in town, man. I was like, oh, really? Okay. Fuck it, I'll go. I just gotta stop off over at Fifth Third Bank real quick and get some cash out. That's a real bank. That's an actual bank, Fifth Third Bank, with all those fifths and fifths in there and numbers in a way that doesn't work. Fifth Third Bank? Really? It's not Fifth Bank, it's not Third Bank, it's Fifth Third Bank. How many fucking banks do you have to have before you have a fifth third one? How many fucking banks do you own before you're breaking them down into groups and then numbering them within the groups? I have 5 groups of 5 banks, and this is the 3rd bank in my 5th group. It's my Fifth Third Bank. Okay, that's great. But don't fucking name it that. Someone has to answer the phone over there. All day, every day. Right? Fifth Third Bank. Raul speaking. Fifth Third Bank. How many of those before Raul snaps? Picks up that phone and goes, fuck this place! Fuck you, Fifth Third Bank! And Fifth Fourth Bank! And Fifth fucking Bank! I fucking quit! You know why? Because I didn't fucking talk like this when I started fucking working here. So fuck you, Fifth Third Bank, I fucking quit! I'm gonna go get a job over at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. Because that shit is easier to say. Thank you so much, everybody. You were an awesome crowd. Thank you so much for coming out. I hope you had as much fun as I did. Good night, Chicago. All right, here I am again. I only had that much planned. I don't know what I'm gonna do now. Thanks for coming back out, he says. You're welcome. You fucking use my own shit against me so quick. Yeah, let's bring him back out so we can yell that shit at him like he did to us. Someone else, what did you say? You had a suggestion over here? Do cash cab. How the fuck could I do cash cab here? We can't do, there's no way to do it. There's no car, there's no trivia, there's no... Did you really think that might happen? Like, people do, they do. People come out and think I'm gonna be asking trivia questions. And the first time I say fuck, they're like, for shame, Ben Bailey. To think we've shared our dinner table with you. There is no way to do cash cab in a live stand-up format. Besides, I'm not fucking Rain Man. I don't have that shit in my head. Like, just run around asking trivia questions. I'm flattered that you would like that, but that will never happen. So thanks for coming back out. I can't believe this is already at this point. Like, I've been working on this special for so long, getting everything set up. And the first time I ever came and worked here at Up, I looked at this club and I went, I'm gonna shoot a special here one day. And that was like 2 years ago. I guess, when did the club open? 2012, 7 o'clock, this guy says. He thinks we threw this all together. I came in here tonight at 7. I was like, yeah, it's a good place to do it. Set up this shit, let's go. This thing, it only takes about a minute to set this thing up. When did the club open? About 7. We were in by like 6:55. Oh, that was some real Midwestern, polite, literally misunderstood shit. When did the club open? Oh, I think about 6:30. You could come in then about 6:30, but yeah, sure, they were real nice. They just open up their doors and let you right in there. Oh, sure, are you here to see Ben Bailey? Come on in. I love the Midwestern thing, I really do. You guys are so nice in the Midwest that people from the coasts, we think you're fucking with us. I swear to God, we don't believe how fucking genuinely nice you are. In New York, you ask someone for directions, they're like, oh, fuck, I don't know, or like, yeah, just keep going that way until you fucking, when you see the sign that says 48th Street, then you know you're at 48th fucking Street, all right? They ask you guys, and you're like, hang on a second. No, let me just draw you a little map here. You know what? Forget it. Hop in. I'm going to give you a ride over. Are you hungry at all? Why don't you come by the house? I'm making a meatloaf. You have dinner with us. Are you fucking with me? You invited me to your house? Who does that? Midwesterners do. You guys are nice fucking people. Until you've got us in the wood chipper. Suppose that's your friend there sticking out of the wood chipper. Oh, someone groaned. Oh, not your friends. You don't put your... It was fine until it was a friend. We do not chop up our friends, Ben. You know, that was a good noise. That's a real fucking laugh noise. None of that polite dinner party horse shit, you know that. Yeah. Yeah. That is funny. No, it isn't. If you're saying the words, that is funny, then that is not that fucking funny. It's funny if you're going, or whatever your fucking uncontrollable laugh noise is. Maybe it's a snort. That's the most common. You're a snort laugher? You could know one for 20 years and not know their little secret. Because they keep it hidden because it's fucking embarrassing. And one day you're at a stop sign and some fucker trips on the curb and hits his face on a mailbox. And your friend of 20 years is like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, did you fucking see that? And you're like, how the fuck are you a snort laugher? I've known you since 4th grade. Nothing was ever funny enough, huh? Okay. I'm sorry. There's a good one. Let it out, whatever it is, your real laugh noise. Some people are shout laughers. Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha! They're frightening. They laugh at me as though they're angry with me for having made them laugh. Ha 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 ha! Laugh as though they're addressing the townsfolk of a small village. Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha! Let it out, whatever it is. Maybe you have a little goat giggle. A little... It only comes out if I tickle you just right. Embrace yours, because some people don't have one. They're shake laughers. They can't make noise. They can't make any noise. They do the whole fucking body contorting part without any of the that you really need. They just smile and shake. They're like, the logical response is concern. Like, are you all right? What is happening to you right now? Guys, something's wrong with Bill. Something's wrong with Bill. Do you have an EpiPen in your backpack? Thank you guys again so much. Really had a great time. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Chicago.